So, welcome to Applied Mindfulness online program.
Добро пожаловать на онлайн-программу по прикладной осознанности.
Today's we will understand in the competitive world, can we discover peace and happiness?
Сегодня мы попытаемся понять, можем ли мы в современном конкурентном мире обрести мир и счастье.
So, there is a word: competition, cooperation, and compassion.
Есть три такие слова: конкуренция, сотрудничество и сочувствие.
You know, in competition, cooperation, and competition and compassion, it is the mind and its quality changes. Everything remains the same.
Когда мы говорим об этих трех словах, конкуренция, сотрудничество или сострадание, то ум остается одним и тем же, меняется только качество ума.
So, if we understand the very nature of the mind, we can change our life from competition to cooperation to compassion.
Поэтому если мы сможем понять суть и природу нашего ума, то тогда мы сможем поменять нашу жизнь и перейти от конкуренции к сотрудничеству, а от сотрудничества к состраданию.
In competition, we are always in a reacting and a fighting mode.
Когда мы находимся в режиме конкуренции, то мы постоянно соревнуемся, мы постоянно боремся.
Last week, old guy like me, came to my class, and I asked him, "What is your expectation?"
На прошлой неделе пожилой человек пришел к Гуруджи на занятие, и Гуруджи спросил, чего вы ожидаете от занятия.
And just pay attention. So he said, "I have been doing meditation for the last 10 years. And what question I asked, what is your expectation?"
И этот человек сказал, что он занимается медитацией уже на протяжении 10 лет, а Гуруджи спросил, а каковы ваши ожидания тогда от занятия?
And my simple answer: please come here. Today you teach meditation to everyone because you have been doing it for the last 10 years.
И Гуруджи тогда пригласил его провести сегодня занятие, поскольку тот человек уже практиковал медитацию на протяжении 10 лет.
Competition always begins when our mind perceives others are different from me.
Соревнование или конкуренция всегда имеет место там, где наш ум распознает других людей как нечто отличное от нас самих.
And when our mind chooses or decides or perceives that the other person is different from me, there is bound to be comparison, there is bound to be jealousy, there is bound to be hatred.
Если наш ум видит или считает, что некто другой человек отличен от него, от меня, то тогда в таком случае обязательно возникнет соревнование, обязательно возникнет зависть, обязательно возникнет злость, ненависть.
In competition, we are always self-centered.
В конкуренции мы всегда опираемся на себя, на понимание себя.
So another guy came last month. He told me that he is communicating with God every day in meditation.
И этот человек, который пришел к Гуруджи на занятие с 10-летним опытом медитации, он сказал, что он постоянно общается с Богом в медитации.
So I asked him then why you are here, continue communicating with the God and be happy.
Тогда Гуруджи спросил, а зачем тогда вы пришли на занятие, не лучше ли вам продолжать общаться с Богом и быть счастливым?
So he told me I have lot of stress. I said, communicate with the God and manage your stress.
И тот человек ответил, но я постоянно нахожусь в стрессе. А Гуруджи ему сказал, продолжай общаться с Богом, и тогда ты сможешь победить свой стресс.
So what is the message? The mindfulness or meditation is not a competition.
Смысл сказанного заключается в том, что когда мы говорим о медитации или об осознанности, то здесь нет места конкуренции или соревнованию.
When your mind is in a competitive mode, your mind is always looking others more than yourself.
Когда ваш ум находится в режиме соревнования, в режиме конкуренции, то тогда ум обращен на других, на наружные явления гораздо больше, чем на истинное «я».
So our masters teaches that all are essentially one from inside.
Великие мастера говорят, что все на самом деле является одним целым, если смотреть на него изнутри.
Now see the difference of your mental state. You say, I compete with you, and if I say, I cooperate with you.
А теперь попробуйте оценить свое внутреннее состояние, когда вы говорите, что я с кем-то соревнуюсь или я нахожусь в конкуренции с кем-то, а затем скажите, что я сотрудничаю с этим человеком, и оцените разницу в вашем состоянии.
So what is real meaning of cooperation? I do my best and you do your best. I respect you. I don't expect any respect from you. So what happens? Now my mind starts becoming self-oriented.
Что же случается в процессе сотрудничества? В процессе сотрудничества мы говорим, что я буду делать все, что от меня зависит, а ты делай все, что от тебя зависит. Я не ожидаю ничего конкретного от тебя. И тогда ум становится более ориентирован на внутреннее.
It happened on this last Wednesday. There were 15 people in a class, and one person was new, and I started guiding meditation. I asked everyone to close their eyes, and the next minute, that gentleman opened his eyes and he started looking everyone. You see that? When you start looking all, you are in a competitive mode. You will not succeed. You have to be self-oriented.
Однажды случилось так, что у Гуруджи на занятии было около 15 человек, и началась медитация. Гуруджи попросил всех закрыть глаза, и тут один человек открыл глаза и начал наблюдать за всеми остальными. Это пример того, как ум находится в режиме соревнования, когда он ориентирован на внешнее и пытается оценить, как внешнее сравнивается с его «я».
In cooperation, we are self-oriented, we increase our creativity, commitment, we work hard. In competition, our eyes remain and mind remain fixed on the others.
Когда мы находимся в режиме сотрудничества, то у нас больше креативности, мы большего можем достичь, и наш ум ориентирован на внутреннее. А когда мы находимся в режиме конкуренции, то наш ум постоянно оценивает других, как они по сравнению со мной.
Then you will ask me, without competition, how I can survive in this world.
Может возникнуть вопрос, как же без соревнования, без конкуренции можно выжить в этом мире.
My friends, you survive because of your existence. You don't survive because of others.
На самом деле мы выживаем из-за нашего собственного существования и благодаря ему, а не благодаря другим.
And if you do not understand this point, you will never succeed in mindfulness or meditation.
И если вы не поймете этот момент, то тогда вы никогда не достигнете успеха в медитации.
Two things. When you are self-oriented, you start working on the mind, you remain one-pointed, you remain relaxed, you remain happy.
Если вы ориентированы на внутреннее, на свое истинное «я», то тогда вы начинаете работать над своим умом, вы становитесь более сосредоточенными на небольшом количестве объектов, вы становитесь более счастливыми.
And then your mind starts asking the question, now I am self-oriented, where from this peace and happiness is coming?
И тогда, когда приходит в этом процессе, приходит мир и счастье, то ум начинает задаваться вопросом, откуда приходит этот мир и счастье.
So our masters declare that peace and happiness are our essential nature. They remain with us all the time. When we drop that competitive attitude in the mind becomes transparent.
Великие мастера утверждают, что мир и счастье – это наша неотъемлемая часть, это наша истинная природа, она находится всегда с нами, и она проявляет себя тогда, когда ум избавляется от режима конкуренции, когда он становится более ориентирован на внутреннее.
So then our master says we have to pay attention. We have to learn the principles of the Eastern wisdom. We have to contemplate for clarity, and then we have to do regular practice with wisdom. What happens then? You awaken to compassion from inside.
И затем великие мастера говорят, что нам необходимо размышлять над этим, нам необходима постоянная практика, и тогда случается так, что мы из режима сотрудничества переходим на режим сострадания, на следующий этап.
You see, the water never fights with ocean. Water never fights with the waves.
Вода никогда не сражается с океаном, она никогда не борется с волнами.
Why? Because the wave and the ocean are different forms of the same water.
А почему так? Потому что вода и волны и океан – это всего лишь разные формы одного и того же, одной и той же воды.
So when you do the journey of the mindfulness, you awaken to the compassion, and that compassion is a water. Then what happens? You experience there is not two. Every being is the same. You consider, you experience that all are essentially one.
Поэтому, когда вы занимаетесь практикой осознанности, то вы выходите на уровень сострадания, и на этом уровне вы осознаете, что этот уровень подобен воде в океане, что все на самом деле это единое целое.
What we normally do in meditation, focus on the breath, focus on the mantra. You continue to focus on the breath and the mantra, and you are not understanding the basic principle. Then what will be your goal? Oh, I focused on the mantra and I had a big vision, or I focused on the breath, or you will say, oh, my mind is totally not in my control. They are nothing to do with the mindfulness.
Чем же мы занимаемся? Мы часто занимаемся тем, что проводим много времени за мантрами, за наблюдением, за дыханием, например, за выполнением различных упражнений. Мы концентрируемся на форме больше, чем на содержании и смысле. И тогда случается так, что наш ум не достигает того покоя, и ум все равно остается беспокойным.
Last thing for you to contemplate. I have been just studying, reflecting on these different texts, and I came across the teaching of one master. Symbolically, he says, 1 hour of learning the principles demands 24 hours of contemplation.
Гуруджи, когда занимался изучением восточной мудрости, он встретил текст одного учителя, который утверждает, что 1 час понимания одного принципа, для того, чтобы понять один принцип, необходимо потратить 24 часа на обдумывание этого принципа.
And 24 hours of contemplation needs 24 weeks of regular practice to succeed.
Для того, чтобы созреть на эти 24 часа рассуждений, необходимо 24 недели регулярных занятий.
Let us start our journey of mindfulness now.
Давайте перейдем к практическому занятию осознанности.
Close your eyes and sit or lie down comfortably in any position of the body. Don't create a competition. Oh, I can sit in lotus pose. You cannot sit. Therefore, you cannot do meditation. So then what happens? You sit in a lotus pose, and then your legs are locked up, and you continue to suffer from pain. So my goal is not to give you pain. So sit in any posture. If you cannot sit, lie down, close your eyes, and look at the neck joint. Be comfortable. Being comfortable. Look at the shoulder joints. When you look at the shoulder joints, you feel the sensation. And when you feel the sensation, that simply means we are withdrawing the mind from outside naturally of the body. But why we start with the part of the body? Because our mind is 90% engaged with the body during the waking hours. That is why we are comfortable. Then look at the hip joint, feel the sensation. And when you feel the sensation, you are aware. When you are aware, experience the sense of steadiness. The mind triggers the body moves the body cannot move. What is body? Carbohydrate, protein, Fat, it is made up of the food. So it raises your awareness of the body. I'm making it simpler and simpler. So now look at the knee joints, feel the sensation. When you feel the sensation, recheck you are comfortable. When you are comfortable, also experience the steadiness. Are we doing anything? No. Look at it. People talk to me, mindfulness is an effortless process. No doubt it is. But when you make a journey, take a journey to the mindfulness, maintain your awareness. Are you effortless? Is it natural to you? And then they complain, oh, I was sitting in an asana, lotus pose, my legs were locked, and I had a pain meditation. Don't do that. Walk on easily. Look at the ankle joints and the toes. Feel the sensation. The sensation of being comfortable. Being comfortable is steadiness, the entire body. Car is made up of the matter. When you park the car doesn't move by itself. So the body is. Look at the body. Why we need that kind of a stillness so that the mind doesn't run after the people, the objects. This kind of being comfortable will help you to withdraw the mind from outside to inside. Now look at the second preparatory step, being carefree. Carefree literally means free from the cares of the mind. So when the mind is engaged with the competition or even the cooperation, it is still looking at others. And that others accumulate lot of impression in the mind. And when the mind gets obsessed with it, then what happens? Then we are not thinking and still the thoughts are coming. What should we do? Be careful. So in the state of being comfortable, with eyes closed, let the thought come and go. That is the meaning of being carefree. And I've been giving those examples. The birds flying in the sky. So when you focus on the birds, you forget the sky, the field where the birds are flying. And what is being carefree? You become aware of the space inside on which the thoughts are flying in your mind. So what happens? Being carefree, you maintain an awareness of the space on which these thought occurs, like the highway on which the car moves. So not only you are aware of the cars, but also the highway. The highway is the space, the cars are the thoughts. And don't try to control. That's another problem in meditation journey. How to control my thought, as if you want to compete with people and with your mind. No. Let the thought come and go. Easy going, no effort. And the third point, look deep inside into that space, being natural. When you are natural, when you are happy, that happiness expresses itself from the self. We have to discover that happiness. We all are happy at times without any reason. We remain effortless and natural during the journey. You need to share your experiences when the practice is complete and ask me to help you to get rid of many unconscious habitual patterns that might be blocking you to be into the meditative state. Look at the breath. The breath is going in and out. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And understand it is three-pointed awareness. The body is comfortable. The mind is carefree. Thoughts are going on the surface. And at the same moment, you are aware of the breath that is going in and out. That is the first pointed awareness. Second pointed awareness, that you feel the sensation of the breath. Why? Because you are aware of the body too. The third point, you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Now see, I can understand what is happening in your mind. You are aware of being comfortable. The body is steady. You are aware of being carefree, means thoughts are going and still you are aware of the breath going in and out, no change. And the moment the breath is going in, you are aware that at the same time the thought comes. Then what happens? You forget the breath and you pay attention to the thought. See that point? So what happens the moment any thought comes? You are still aware of the breath, my friend. That will dissolve the thinking process of the subconscious mind. What will happen then? You will have less distractions. That is the key. And what we do, pay attention non-judgmentally. Why should pay attention non-judgmentally when I'm aware? It is not required. The moment you pay attention non-judgmentally, your mind is constantly thinking. Am I judgmental of the body or not? Am I judgmental of the non-judgmental of the breath or not? So we are not doing anything that needs an effort or that needs the mind to think. Pay attention. The breath is going in and out, feeling the sensation. No change in the breath. At the same time, you are comfortable, carefree, and casual. At the same time, there is a conscious level of your mind that is aware of the breath, that is aware of the moving breath, that is aware of the sensation of the breath, and you are aware that you are not changing. The moment you change, you move into an effort. So we are not making any effort at all today. We are not doing anything, and still we are doing something. Once you discover that point, the meditation becomes a joyful journey. All our experiences happens in the mind. Mind is the storehouse. Mind is the faculty. where all experiences takes place, good, bad, high, low, peace, happiness, craziness, anxiety, delusion, dispassion. All our experiences takes place in the mind. But the mind needs something more where it can accept the experiences. Mind needs a field. When you say, I drive my car, I bought a new car, I enjoy driving this car, but you forget the highway. If there is no highway, where the car will run? So where the car is of mind is running, that is the fourth point of awareness. That is running in the infinite space. So can you become aware of the space where the breath is going in and out, feeling the sensation, no change, and that space is inside and that space is outside. Am I saying you to imagine the space? No. What I'm saying, what is there, become aware. How simple it is. To make you clear again, even though it is not required, but still it is required. The space, the breath is going in, you discover the infinite space. Breath is coming out, you discover the infinite space. So it is this one space where the breath is moving, the life force. That life force expresses through the breath, and the self expresses itself through the life force. We are sure that everything is natural, effortless. We are not focusing, making any effort. No mantra is required, and see how it happens. Now this life force joins with the mind and it expresses in the sense perception. Sense perception creates an outer self. What is outer self? You and me, my car, my home, my pain, my problem. So the sense perception makes us self-centered. The sense perception comes with the physical body, the 5 sense organs, and the 5 motor organs. And the mind lives in the outer self, it lives in stress, in competition, in anxiety. And then there is an inner self. The inner self is made up of the mind, intellect, ego, and the mind stuff. Pay attention. The mind stuff is the thoughts that are happening, occurring at that time. And what is your attitude? Carefree. Same thing with the inner self. The mind is aware of the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation, no change, and also the space inside and outside. This is our inner self. Meditation is a journey to the real self. We need only an awareness. We need only understanding. We need only, are you aware? Yes, done. That much is required. So we are moving slowly. You are aware of the space where you experience the breath is going in and out, feeling the sensation of the breath and no change, being comfortable, steady, being carefree, free from the idea of a focus or controlling the mind. You see, we are so far from each other, but where the entire session is happening, it is happening in this space. See that? The space is the field of experience. All our experiences are happening in the mind. We are already away from the sense perception, except we feel some sensation in the body. Outer self, inner self, we are aware of the breath. Breath is going in and out. We are feeling the sensation. We make sure we are not changing the breath, and everything is happening in the space, the field of our experience. One great master, Dattatreya, says, Mano vai gaganakaram. Mind is likened to an infinite space. It is infinite space, but what happens? Sense perception, pain, pleasure, competition. The mind is localized. When it is localized, it excludes everything. And that creates the challenges in our life. In that state of awareness, there is a sense perception. You feel the sensation, you experience the relaxation, you experience the stillness in the body. Sense perception. Now, who is experiencing that? The mind has all the experiences. Mind gathers, creates, understand all the experiences. But who is the experiencer? You. Who is this you? The real self. Behind the outer self and the inner self. You are in mindfulness. You are experiencing the moving of the breath in and out, feeling the sensation of the breath. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath in the infinite space. Who knows all this? There is something behind the inner self, the knower, the seer, the experiencer. You are aware, you are there. Who is this you? The self. What is this self? Pure consciousness. It is deeper than the space where everything is happening. Inner self exists because of this self. Outer self exists because of this self. So when we awaken to something other than the inner self and the outer self, that is known as an awakening. See that? How simple it is. It makes the mind self oriented, self absorption. I'm aware of the space, infinite space, where we all are taking a journey to the mindfulness. I'm aware of your outer self the way I'm aware of my outer self. That is why I say here is a Dennis, here is a Samir, here is a Master Ji, here is a Arman, here is a Julia. But at the same time, I'm living with that self. Real, are you? You're there. So today's journey, we are living in meditation. We are not doing the practice. You can go little deeper. Awareness that breath is going in and out. It is happening. You're not doing. See that point. When you're aware it is happening, you're there. When you're aware, you're feeling the sensation, that sensation is a happening. You're comfortable, that is also happening. So when you witness everything is happening in the outer and the inner self, someone knows that everything is happening and you are in meditation. The outer activities carried out by the mind are like the cars. Car is used to travel, to move from one distance to the other. After that, you leave the car outside to move inside your home. Means what? You have to leave everything, all the steps completely. So there the master says, become aware. Everything is happening in the outer and the inner self. So when everything is happening, then what? your mind naturally detaches itself from all the activities, including the thought. The way you are totally detached with the body and the mind in deep sleep. You are totally devoid of all the activities. It is not by effort. It is by, please speaker बंद कर दीजिए, do not disturb. See that we all live in meditation. So one who recognizes that I'm living in it, the other who do not recognize. So one who do not recognize, we say there is ignorance. One who recognize, we say there is a wisdom. Mindfulness is a movement from ignorance to wisdom. How simple it is. So if your mind is asking, sir, let me know how to be simple. I don't have any answer to that. You are still asking to make an effort to be simple. But by regular practice, that very nature of the mind changes. And then you are there. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. You see, the literal meaning is, I take refuge in Buddha. Sanskrit meaning of Buddha, Sanskrit word Buddha means awakened, awareness. Now pay attention. It says, I take refuge in awareness. But what is this I? I and awareness are one. So what I'm saying, I'm taking refuge in awareness, in consciousness that is within me. So Buddha is present in everyone. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind to the right hand. Bring your mind to the left hand. It means the body is not moving. Take your time, raise both your palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Bring your hands down. Now is the time to share your experiences, my friend. You can say this is a higher practice of mindfulness. So those who did not do the previous practices, it will be a little bit challenging. Not because of me, because of your own mind. I don't come into the picture of your challenge. Now, how are you, Samir?
Sir, I'm very relaxed. I'm
Right.
just thoughts were passing by, and I was looking the thoughts for a few moments, and
Yeah.
after that, thoughts also vanished, and there was just your voice left. That was the story.
Yeah, that is the awareness you should have been in the last incident that you explained to me. So
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
mind rationalizes that I'm aware and still I have a pain. That doesn't work. So, how are you, Master G? Dennis? How are you, Julia, Kate, Dennis, Arman? Share your experiences. So, those who are watching, they can also share their experiences if they want on the YouTube. Some people leave hiding. Okay, that too is good. Remain hided. Didn't have any spatial experiences, just feeling calm and relaxed. So Dennis writes, let the time come when the mind drops the spatial experiences. Then what will happen? Only the mindfulness. That is the point. Now Dennis writes, just feeling calm and relaxed. Just feeling calm and relaxed 24 by 7. Check it today. You will see the transformation. The transformation only takes place to the ordinary people with the simple experiences. Kate writes, thank you, Guruji. Guruji is there with you, anyhow. Thank you, Guruji. I relaxed deeply and rested. I feel refreshed. Yes, the mind has gone inside. It is wonderful. Arman, how are you? Julia, where are you? Are you sleeping? You know, the best thing is that in this meditation, because I don't hear you, so even if you are snoring with a sound sleep, I cannot know. But anyhow, that too is good. So let me know experiences of others. So, my friend Sunita ji, you have to be on time. And even if you enter into the middle of the session, please do not disturb others. I'm not disturbed, but other people get disturbed. So, please do not disturb others. That is also a part of meditation. Anything more, Julia is, I think, sleeping. It's good. That becomes sleeping meditation. So, Arman, so for Dennis, understand that one point, what it says, thank you, Guruji, I deeply relaxed. Yeah, Guruji is saying to the another Guruji, I'm happy. Everyone is Guruji. Wonderful, thank you. You see that, Dennis, that for everyone also, that you are sitting, doing nothing, in a mood of contemplation, and suddenly you are looking at the wall in front of you, and the wall disappears because your mind goes deep inside. You experience it as if the wall disappeared, not outside, but disappeared in your mind. You know why I'm referring to Dennis? Because he puts the reason. So we have many of such experiences. Suddenly the objects outside disappears. What it means? The outer self lost. We move deeper inside. Inner self, the mind does not recognize there is still a wall in front. Where the mind has gone? Mind is absorbed into the self. And that self-awareness is mindfulness. Got it, Dennis? How simple it is. So with this talk and understanding, we will meet again next week with another episode. Now, it's not a TV serial, but another episode of mindfulness. In all these TV serials, you get, oh, that's wonderful, Dennis writes. Yes, Guruji, I think I got it. That is why it is known as the effortless process. Wonderful. So we will meet again next week with another episode. You see that again I said it, but that is the way you say it casually. Thank you very much.